Abby here, and today I'm going to talk about some new releases that I'm really excited about. Until recently, I didn't really pay attention to new releases. I didn't really follow what was coming out when. I just kind of let books fall into my hands. Recently, I've gotten really interested in new releases, and so I'm going to share with you some of the things that I am highly anticipating over the next few months or so. The first book I want to talk about has already been released. It is Negroland, a memoir by Margot Jefferson. It was released on September 8th, 2015. This memoir is about Margot Jefferson and her life and her family, and kind of looks at how she comes from a black family of economic privilege and how that kind of affected their relationships with blacks that were poorer than them and also whites, and kind of delves into those issues, which are some issues that I really enjoyed reading about in Song of Solomon by Toni Morrison. And so I'm really excited to get a take on those themes from a memoir perspective. The next book I'm really excited to get my hands on also was released on September 8th, so it's also already out, and that is Tram 83 by Fiston Mwanza Mujila. No idea if I pronounced that correctly. I will put it on the screen somewhere so you can see it. And this is a book by a Congolese author. This is a work of fiction that is set in an unknown African city, and it tells the story of these tourists that come to Africa for a gold rush, and how they spend their days working hard and mining and trying to basically rob the land of its riches. And then at night they go to the only nightclub in town, which is called Tram 83. There's all sorts of debauchery and madness. According to the description on Goodreads, this book is full of characters such as ex-children soldiers, prostitutes, blank students, unmarried mothers, and sorcerers' apprentices. So I think this is going to be really awesome. I don't think I've ever read a work of fiction by a Congolese author, so I'm very excited about that as well. And I am going to probably pick this up very soon. The next book is by Orhan Pamuk, the author of Snow. He's a Nobel Prize-winning author, and this is to be released on October 1st, 2015. I have no idea if this video is going to go up before or after the 1st, but it's called Strangeness in My Mind. And Orhan Pamuk is a Turkish author, and a lot of his fiction focuses on kind of Turkey as a place, and that he kind of tells the story of Turkey through his characters, and I hear that this book is to be no exception. It follows a Turkish street worker for 4 decades of his life, and it kind of tells the tale of his life as well as the city that changes around him during those 40 years. The next book I've already pre-ordered. This comes out on October 6, 2015. It's Ancillary Mercy by Anne Leckie. This is the 3rd and final book in the Imperial Rot trilogy. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. The first book, Ancillary Justice, won a Hugo and a Nebula Award in 2014, and this is a sci-fi space opera told from the perspective of a ancillary who is kind of this AI being who was once a ship and many people, and I can't describe it, just please go read it. This is the book that people were saying is kind of difficult to read because all of the pronouns used in the book are female, despite the fact that the character may be male or female, so it has an interesting take on gender. There are lots of themes about religion and friendship and family and what one will do for the people that they love. I'm so excited to get my hands on this final book in the trilogy because it's been really amazing. The next book is another memoir, and this is also to be released on October 6th. This is called A House of My Own, and it's by Sandra Cisneros, and it's just stories from her life that have kind of been pieced together into this book. Sandra Cisneros is, of course, the author of A House on Mango Street, which is a book I highly recommend to anyone. She is a Latina author, and I am very excited to learn more about her life. This one I have also pre-ordered. This comes out on October 20th, 2015. It is Radiance by Catherine M. Valente. This is an adult sci-fi steampunk fantasy novel. It is set in an alternative 1960s Hollywood, but also in space, and it is apparently going to rock my world. I am so excited about this book. It has an untraditional narrative style, from what I understand. It's kind of told, the story is kind of told through like journal entries and pieces of news articles, and things of that nature. So I cannot wait to read this. I love Catherine M. Valente's Fairyland series, which is a middle grade series, and I've never read any of her fiction for adults, so I'm very excited to delve into this, and the cover is beautiful. The next book should come as no surprise to any of you who have been around for a while and been watching my videos, and that is John Irving's new book, Avenue of Mysteries. This comes out on October 10th, 2015. I have not pre-ordered it yet. I will be, though. I'm a huge John Irving fan. I adore him, and this book, from what I understand, takes place in the Philippines, and an older man is looking back on his life. No surprise, it's John Irving, and his childhood growing up in Mexico, so I'm interested to see how Irving handles that kind of cultural juxtaposition, and again, huge Irving fan, can't wait. I'm all about it. Another book that's coming out on November 10th is A Wild Swan and Other Stories by Michael Cunningham. Michael Cunningham is, of course, the author of The Hours, which is a favorite book of mine. I really adore it. It's a retelling of Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, in a way. It was also made into a movie with Nicole Kidman, and it's awesome. And he also wrote A Home at the End of the World, which got a lot of critical acclaim. And this collection of stories, I guess, is kind of his take on fairy tale retellings. So I'm really interested to see what he does with this, and we'll see how it goes. But again, I'm very excited about it. And lastly, I have another new release from Catherine M. Valente. This doesn't come out until January 2016. The publication date is still a little bit up in the air, I think. And it is The Girl Who Raced Fairyland All the Way Home. It is the final book in the Fairyland series, which is her middle grade series. I love this series. I love Valente's writing, her world building, her characters. She does some fantastic things with this series. So this is going to be very exciting. I will definitely be pre-ordering that so I can have it in the hardback edition, because all of my other Fairyland books are in hardback, and it's going to be excellent, and I hope it's going to be excellent. I'm pretty sure it's going to be excellent. So those are some new releases that I'm really excited about. If there's any book being published soon that you're super excited about, please tell me about it in the comments, because I would love to check it out. And I will be back soon. Bye!